3, 2, 1.
Mute. It's recording, it's muted. So now we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel, Conscious Together. Today we're missing Lorraine because he's busy helping an emergency with his work. So hope he's doing good. But welcome to the channel again. I'm Oliver and this is Avanti and on the screen. Yeah. As a live streamer, I'd like just to remind everyone, so please subscribe, turn on the alert, and share. Did I miss anything? I thought it was 4.
Share, like, subscribe, no?
Yeah, 3, huh? Okay, great. I think when our channel is ready, we're gonna bring some values, maybe paid values that will add something. Then we'll try to sell you something. But now let's enjoy the talk, and we'll do some meditation today. I think we'll do let's say half and half. We'll start with roughly 10 minutes of chat on continue with the tenets of mindfulness. And then Avanti will be leading it, meditation. And then we'll start another roughly 10 minutes talk again. And then I'll do some, I'll guide some meditation also. Okay, hope everyone will enjoy. Last time, Avanti, if you remember, we were talking about the tenets. We were at the beginner's mind. I told Lorraine I do have something more to share. So yeah, I know on the book there was very well explained. I think especially with in the context of Western culture, this beginner's mind remind me something also. If anyone remembers that Steve Jobs, I think Steve Jobs was very encouraged and inspired by a magazine. I even forgot the name of the magazine, but however, they had a slogan, stay hungry, stay full. So when I try to translate this into Chinese language, I actually used an idiom, which basically means beginner's mind, meaning if you don't forget your beginner's mind, and then that's probably the only way that you can master everything, let's say. Of course, it could mean different things too. I even had a debate with a discussion, let's say, with my colleague, because he was under the impression everybody in China at that time was talking about beginner's mind, because I guess the leader or the president of the country was talking about that. And, as in a group or collective culture, that was pretty normal. But how many of us do understand what is beginner's mind? To me, it could be something that you made a promise or aspired to do something. Okay, I want to do this, but at some point you may get lost on the path, right? And then you try to remember what you have promised or what you wanted to do at the very beginning. That could be a beginner's mind. But also to me is the inner, again, right? Resonate our mindfulness spirit is the inner, because usually at the beginning, let's say take education, for example, we want to do something when we're in the kindergarten. At some point at our elementary or middle school, that could change because we didn't know enough, right? But the inner is very important. I think that's probably a continuous course, over many years, or sometimes maybe even lifetime, just to search what is internally there. So that's kind of also beginner's mind also. So as we go, and then we can just go refresh. But what should be very helpful is this mindfulness practice, because it helps you to find more and more clearly that what is actually inside. That's the real beginner's mind to me. Does that make sense, Avanti? Or what do you think? What is a beginner's mind to you?
I think I would absolutely agree that you can use a beginner's mind to problem solve your situations, to say, okay, how did we start off in the first place? So that is one way of looking at it. But also, a beginner's mind is like you're saying, when you say inner, I think you're trying to say also that you make an effort to go into yourself, introspect, to see where are we, and sort of take stock of where we are in a current situation. And that is what you mean by introspection, and by beginner's mind, to say, let everything out, what is most important in this current moment, and how can I start again? Am I understanding that right, Oliver?
Yeah, exactly. I think the inner doesn't mean like 1,000 miles deep somewhere at the core of the earth, but is, yeah, make absolute sense, because the current moment is the now, is the inner. So yeah,
I couldn't agree
great.
more with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually reminded me the next tenets, which is I think is the trust. When I try to explain to classes, to students or in a group, I used a picture of someone like a lady. It just looked like a ordinary lady, or just a lady that just maybe every one of us. But she was standing next to a wall, and then there's almost like a projector somewhere next to her, and then projected her to the wall. So on the wall, you see that much taller, great or stronger image of a supergirl or super lady, if you have seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
That kind of exaggeration, meaning, we don't have that, but we kind of presume that we have that, but actually not the case, because as again we explore more internal into ourselves, more inner, or to your point, Avanti, more to the now, this was happening on this very moment, that is actually true. It could be even bigger than that image projected on the wall. So, well, maybe again, to begin with, we probably just need to trust someone, or like ourselves, like you and me here, who was kind of promoting this mindfulness, all those masters, Zhang or all those, because they have seen that, they have felt that, they experienced that, they were telling us these good things, teachings, so we can trust them. But of course, their teaching is to let us trust ourselves. Yeah,
Yes.
we trusting ourselves as powerful as that super woman or supergirl, is nothing wrong. Yeah, that's the trust, to me, just at this very moment.
And that is so beautifully put, Oliver, because I think what we don't trust often is what shows up in our body, because we rely on our thoughts, and we rely on, what people are saying, we rely on
Yeah,
what we're thinking, but our thoughts are not facts. But our body is really telling us, we get the butterflies when we meet someone new, but maybe that is our body's way of saying, oh, by the way, are you sure you want to talk to this person? Or are you sure you want to meet this person? So I think our body is constantly sending us signals. And by becoming trusting of our own bodies, which is what we're learning by way of being mindful, I
yeah,
think the endeavor is to start trusting us more, to believe in ourselves, to be more powerful than we often undermine ourselves to be.
yeah, exactly. Well, I think talking about that, getting, the thoughts, body, emotions are all within ourselves. I know you wanted to lead a meditation. I don't know, why not just start with the body, right? Ground ourselves, because we, like you said, we have never, maybe it's a little bit absolute and extreme if I say we have never been ourselves, we've never lived, but maybe that's true, right? So get back to the body. So yeah, we can, if you want, you can lead that body scan meditation.
Sure. Is now a good time? Should we do it now? Let's
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. And so I think this meditation will take about 20 minutes so that we can go back thereafter to listen to our tenets and go on that journey a little bit more. So becoming at ease with our bodies here, becoming at ease with the posture that we're in, either sitting upright with our backs slightly away from the back of the chair, or sitting on a mat, cross-legged, and making that connection with the mat, your toes touching the mat, the ground, or even choosing to lie down at this point in a comfortable position that you can move at any point, and then close your eyes or soften your gaze. And to begin with, just noticing the sensations and the feelings that are showing up in your body as you're joining this meditation. It's either the start of the day or end of a hectic day. While you've now taken the time to sit down to find what you're feeling like in your body. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and holding for a couple of seconds. And then exhaling slowly through your mouth. Continuing to follow this in breath through your nose and out breath through your mouth until you feel a sense of relaxation and groundedness, which brings in a certain balance and stability for the work we will do ahead. Return to your normal breathing system, breathing pattern. And breathe easily and freely in and out. And relaxing as much as you can. Allow whatever surface you're on to fully support you. And gently then bringing your attention to your body. Let's begin at the top of our head and bring our attention down to our toes. Just simply scanning through the full body at this moment. And as you scan, notice any areas of discomfort, unease, or pain. And really, you don't have to do anything about it. Not trying to change anything, but just observing what you're curious about, what shows up for you. Now bringing awareness back to the scalp and the forehead, up top of our head. Allowing ourselves to relax the forehead, to see that if there's any wrinkles on the forehead, if you're holding any tension there, to simply allow the ease to come in. Feel your muscles loosening that grip on the skin, and notice a comfortable, relaxing feeling growing under your scalp and the forehead. Paying attention to your eyebrows now, to see if they might need to be lowered or let go, to relax, while we bring our attention now to our cheekbones, to see if they're strained or tense. Similar to probably our jaw lines and to our jaws, to see if any tension or a sense of a relaxation, maybe a pleasant feeling showing up in your jaw, maybe a tingling of sorts. Here also noting if your teeth and your lips are slightly apart and they feel the relaxation as you let go of the jawline, holding it together. Just allowing your facial muscles to completely relax as they sit on the neck, where we bring our attention down now to our head and neck, which is probably aligned in a comfortable position. And to move very consciously, very mindfully, with just your head on your neck to release any tension if required. But allowing the neck muscles to relax, the back of your neck. Just bringing your attention to any tension, any rigidity in that part of your body, and allowing, inviting this relaxation to develop deep inside the neck. And again, sitting into a comfortable position as we bring our attention into our hands and fingers, allowing the warmth to let your fingers gently open, to unfurl. And again, slightly relaxing the muscles around your shoulders, your shoulder blades, and feeling that relaxation run deep into your elbows, into your wrists and arms, and the palms of your hand to the tips of your fingers. And as you bring your awareness now to your heartbeat, to the chest, the rib cage that supports all your organs, to bring awareness and attention into our lungs, the kidneys, the abdomen, the spleen, our intestines, just becoming aware of what sensations are arising in the part of the body that we mention here. Do you feel a tingling sensation showing up in your pelvis, possibly? Or is there a locked pelvis or a hip that needs to be slightly loosened? Becoming aware of the pleasure sensations, the comfort of sitting down on the seat, or if you're lying down, on the back, the sensation of comfort, ease, and calm. And again, allowing that relaxation from your hips to move down into the thighs, into the kneecaps, and into your knees. The sensation of relaxation seeping into the muscle around the kneecap, your muscles loosening up in the thighs. Allowing that sense of warmth and the sense of ease to flow into the calves of your legs. As you feel the hardened calves, the tense muscles around it, gently come back to this equilibrium, where this deep sense of rest is felt. Allow the muscles and ligaments loosening to become part of you, just noticing how the entire body has now surrendered. Where there was once tension, there is now a softness and ease. And bringing that sense of ease into the ankles of your feet and the heels of your feet to relax and soothe any discomfort. To then moving on to the soles of the feet and just noticing what is showing up. As the sensations then allow you to relax further into your toes. Bringing our body to a new sense of calm, a new sense of centeredness, which allows your breathing to relax and to normalize. Bringing our attention back now to the top of our head again and to our back. As we ease the tension in our back, going down each vertebrae, one at a time, to allow the ease that we have through our body also show up in our back, going down to our lower back and the seat. And grounding this energy down into our pelvis, taking that energy down to the feet, to the tips of our toes, and coming to a state of natural ease. Notice the soft fabric touching your skin and allow yourself to feel emotions that come up for you and thoughts that come up for you. Allowing them to show up in your mind as you come back to the sensations in your body. Notice how your body feels now. You are worthy of this support, care, and protection. And as we bring this practice to a close, you're invited now to take a moment to sit in silence, to come back into the room you're sitting into, expanding your awareness to the chair you're on or the mat you're on. To then gently opening your eyes when you feel ready. Thank you, Oliver.
Very good. It was very nice. I have to say, Avanti, you got a very soothing voice.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's very good. Actually, this session, I think one thing I felt very strongly was the difference between like listening to an audio clip for guidance and with someone like live in front. Yeah, I know we've done this both, right? Alternatively a lot, but this session, this is something that felt strongest.
I understand completely. And I think it's the same for me, because when I see somebody in person and I know that we're doing it together,
Yeah.
I think there is a different sense of there's a different awareness
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
So I hear what you say. That is so amazing.
yeah. I think when I put a phone there, just started to play that audio. I was telling myself already, okay, this is the phone, this is the video, this is the recording, somehow, right, subconsciously. So yeah, I guess let's do as much as we can, some live ones, either streaming or maybe sometimes field, right, face to face, in person. Okay, great. Well, maybe we just chat a little bit more on the tenets.
Yes.
We've covered trust already. Um, the next one I think is non-striving. Again, I may want to bring some different culture again. But the Taoism or the Lao Tzu, I guess it's not that strange to most Western people already. That the Tao Te Ching is heard or it's seen and everywhere. However, interesting is the non-striving is the mainly looks like the Lao Tzu was trying to explain, to teach, and so easily it could give people the wrong impression, just stop doing anything or whatever, right? Lay down, like sleep, fall asleep. Yeah, just it was just only recently I think there I found a better way to explain this. Um, for many of us, maybe most, we are on that sense we're very confident because what we do, we think everything out there is true, and what we do is the right way. That's why when hearing this non-striving, because we strive and we think we strive correctly by all means, but the real the reality is it's not. Probably, we were under a lots of wrong thoughts or even wrong views for the things that we do day to day. And that's why when hearing the non-striving, we say, okay, why if we're right and we're doing things, why stop? I guess Lao Tzu was telling us whatever we're doing is based on some more confusions or illusions. That's why it's wrong. That's why we don't need to that's why we need the non-strive, right? Because we strive, if we're in the wrong direction, the more that we strive, the more mistaken we could be, right? So non-striving is just let us stop doing, allow me use this word, stupid things, wrong things. That's the non-striving to me. Of course, it was well explained also by Zhang because it's kind of, in mindfulness, it's kind of paradox also. There's always a goal, because even to relax or even the goal of not having a goal is a goal somewhere. So there is a goal, but the goal is to not to have a goal, right? With the goal there, you tend, there's lots of tension and, you again, back to the striving mode, doing mode. The goal is not to have that goal. So you actually be, at the now, at this very moment, focus on that moment. That is a goal, if there has to be a goal. So that's really the non-striving, the paradox side of non-striving.
Yes.
You still need to practice. You still need to, I guess, strive somehow. But again, I think by whatever I explained is hopefully it make some sense.
Absolutely. And I think I only want to add in there, because I think when I learned about non-striving, when I was doing my mindfulness, I think a few years ago, I was like, how can it be possible? Because I have goals, I have plans, and I have to think about what comes next, right? And I think that is what we're doing, that while we are thinking of what to do next, we
Mhm.
are constantly rejecting what is in the current moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't accept the current moment because we're busy thinking about, oh, by the way, tomorrow I have this planned. This is what I'm going to make for dinner. This is the recipe I want to look at. But this is all happening when I'm probably sitting in a meeting at work, for example, and
Mhm.
I'm thinking of something else, and I'm striving to do or be somewhere else rather than the current moment. And I
Mhm.
think that is how I understood and sort of started to learn about non striving as a beginner, because then as my practice grew stronger, the non striving can take place in more than just in the moment. So I think I couldn't agree more with you. I think there's so much information, there's so much knowledge in not striving to go anywhere, but just accepting the present moment and just allowing it to be.
Okay.
That unfolds a whole new, beautiful level of reality.
Yeah,
In
wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Avanti. And sometimes maybe more in the workplace scenario, because it's not only us, even the other great masters, when they're trying to talking to corporate people, some at the beginning said, okay, mindfulness, is that mean that we just stop doing everything, sit down, close your eyes and don't do anything? And maybe it's totally against productivity that, corporations was searching. It took me some time too to have some understanding or find the harmony in between mindfulness and productivity. I've worked in corporations most of my career too. I think yourself also. Yeah, maybe I like to share a little bit and then see if what you think on that scenario. Again, same as non-striving, we presume everyone you just add the same, if in the example of a machine, at the same capacity, at the same status, right? They are always linear, constant. Actually, a human being, person, it could be, up and down. I think there was a famous author or a master of management, Peter Drucker. I think he's defined this is not no more if you are on a production line or Ford Motors, for example, tightening the screws and things like that. Right, it's easily seen that how much you have done. But for a what he defined as, I think, he's knowledge worker. Maybe let's find that English term if that's the right one. But if somebody sit in front of a computer just staring at the computer, it looks like he's working perfectly, or he or she. But if his mind is wandering everywhere, he's actually doing nothing. Suppose he or she is not doing something even harmful, right? Or against productivity, not to reduce. That's why again the mind is very important. We don't have to presume someone like a live human being or self being constantly at that high power status. Some are, we should say some are, maybe most not. So I guess we need to nurture ourselves, take care of ourselves as a corporation, as a workplace too. I think it's so important, especially as of today, to offer something, a culture that nurture these people so that they can be more productive. People don't want to be lazy. So I totally trust that, right? Because if I'm lazy or if I don't perform at work, I don't feel good either. Right? If I accomplish something, I feel so accomplished, not only good for myself, but good for the corporation. So anyways, I think mindfulness, I finally am so happy I found this that's kind of just harmony or synergy, consensus between mindfulness and productivity. That's why I wanted to talk more about workplace mindfulness, maybe over our live stream and or whatever other means. What do you think? You've what is?
Love that example, and I cannot say anything more. I think you said it all. Sitting in front of the computer, we could be completely lost. It has happened to me, to the best of us, and that is not our intention. And you spoke for everyone who's had a tough day, for example, and their mind is wandering. So thank you for elaborating that, Oliver. It's a really nice example to explain non-striving.
Okay, sure, sure. Then how about I can lead a meditation, a sitting meditation. See, maybe I'll do it like 15 minutes. So I'll leave a couple of minutes, before end of the session and see if there's any questions coming up. If you receive anything, let me know. If not, maybe I've received some questions before this session. Yeah, that worked too. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, we'll invite everyone to sit comfortably. Well, you're free to take any other position. This is called a sitting position where we're going to examine different aspects of our mind, let's say. You know what, it may be even helpful if I, okay, give me a couple of seconds. I will double check my audio setting so that you can hear me. Okay, great. Yeah, I'd like to invite everyone continue to listen to the sound of the smell fading away. Hope Zoom will give everyone the whole sound. Okay, if you sit on a chair, try use your back. Keep your back away a little bit from back of the chair. Let the body support itself. Same thing if you're sitting on a cushion. Let's start with feeling how grounded we are right now. If your 2 feet are on the floor, feel the sensation that your feet touching the floor. Similarly, if on a cushion, mat, the feel that your body, leg, touching the cushion. You can lay your 2 hands comfortably at your knees, either facing down or up, or maybe cross them in front of your abdomen. Find the best way that can get you more relaxed. Try to relax the shoulder also, because this is somewhere usually that we collect tension. Especially these days when we spend long time sitting in front of a computer or staring at our phone. Those tension could easily be stored in that area, the shoulders. And choose to lower your gaze, looking at 45 degrees on the floor or your desk, or maybe you can choose to close your eyes if that feels more comfortable. So if you're ready, I'd like to invite you to move our focus to the breathe. Watch the breath as they're in and out by paying attention to the nostril area. You could even try to feel the temperature difference between the in and out breath. To watch the breath, there are other part of the body we can pay our attention to. For example, the chest, as they expand and contract, or the abdomen. Watch they rise and fall as we breathe in and out. It may be helpful if you put your one hand or two hands on top of the abdomen to help you to feel the rise and fall. Okay, so when you are ready, I'd like to invite you to watch the emotions in our mind. Can watch the emotions started, stay, and then maybe disappear. If it is helpful, you can label them or label it. There is emotion coming, and then it's gone. And watch the pattern. see if you could observe this emotion from a third party point of view, as if you are on the bank of a creek or river. Just watch the water coming over to you, flow away in front of you. But you didn't have to touch the water or not to even jump into the river. You stay at the bank, relax, just watching. Okay, so when you are ready, let's switch our attention to our thoughts. What thoughts is there? What thoughts are there in our mind? Can you also find some pattern? See how these thoughts rise, stay a little bit, and then they may fade away over time. See if yourself has the tendency of identify with these thoughts, which is often happening with most people, like I am thinking. Instead, see these thoughts as a bus, for example. The bus is coming over, they stopped, and they left. You actually don't have to jump onto that bus, which in many cases people do. Okay, towards the end of this short sitting meditation, I'd like to invite you to Pay your attention back to the breath. Okay, find the anchor that you are most comfortable with. While we watch our breath, your mind may wander. It's perfectly fine. May you notice, just gently bring our attention back to the breath. Okay, with the sound of the bell, and let's end this sitting meditation. Thank you for practicing with me. Great, thanks. Okay, Avanti, did you receive any questions?
Let me check. No, none on my end.
Okay. Oh, I think I remembered that the question was the productivity on that side. I know we covered that a little bit. I don't know, we just have a couple of more minutes. I did have someone talk to me. Honestly, the lady was in a kind of great, what's the word? It's not body agony. She's kind of suffering more from a relationship. And she was very clearly, she thought the wrong side was the other side, not herself. I don't know. Have you met this kind of cases? What would you say if someone just with this brief information?
It wasn't me.
No, I know. You
Yes,
have any suggestion for her? I don't know. Maybe as
you're
a
asking.
woman.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think when we're talking about relationship, it's always two people involved.
Mhm.
And even if our intentions are never wrong or to hurt the other person,
Mhm.
I think our intention could come out in behaviors that could create confusion, that
Mhm.
could create mistrust, miscommunication.
Mhm.
And I think if we go into a conflict with curiosity of what can I do better, rather than saying, why do you not change? I think the expectation of wanting the other person to change in itself could be putting us in a very tough situation. So my consideration for this would be to say, go in with curiosity. No matter how much you've tried to change and do for this person, I think the right thing will be to say, okay, where can we work together on this third element, which is not you, not me, but on the relationship that we can work together.
Yeah.
That would be my take
Yeah.
on it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Avanti. Yeah, I think, yeah, very good. This back to the mindfulness is really not aware of what's really happening in the mind. Right? It's not as simple as just a thought someone else is wrong. But of course, I guess what I did is I didn't really say anything.
And that's okay too.
First to vent, and many people could just realize just by venting or talking to others, they realize even whatever was something that process, right, was not logical or complete. And of course, at some point, I guess when it's ready next time, I will give the suggestion that you just mentioned. Yeah, it's true. Just inner, right? Focus on ourself. That's probably the ultimate solution.
And most safe, so that we can only correct ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's the hour. 10 on my side.
Yes, and thank you. I just want to say thank you to whoever's joining in, listening to us later. Please note that all our live sessions are recorded under the live videos tab in the YouTube channel. So if you're looking for these live sessions and the ones that we've done so far, we meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week. So look out for those live sessions to join our meditations. But yes, I'll let you finish the session with your
Thanks,
followers.
everyone. Don't forget to what? Subscribe, share, and turn on the alert, right?
Absolutely.
Let's be mindful together.
Let's stay conscious together.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
conscious together.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone, and
Bye.
bye bye.